Nick Heyward, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
Oh, we're great. We've got Spain. What more can you ask for, really?
Oh, don't rub it in. It is very, very cold here at the moment.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Nick, Haircut 100, I guess, was really the big start for you. They were formed in 1980, I think. What sort of got the whole band together in the first place?
We were, Graham, Les, and myself found ourselves single, all at the same time. And so we focused on our music. And we looked for a drummer. We found Pat, friend. We started playing. We started having a name every evening. We would come up with a different name. Then we settled on Haircut 100 because everybody laughed when we said we're going to call ourselves Haircut 100. So we stuck with that, and then we found Blair. And really, I must admit, as soon as Blair joined, it really started to take off. I mean, a great drummer, it really is the goalkeeper, a great goalkeeper. You know,
yeah.
You don't let any goals in when you've got a great goalkeeper.
So, I mean, the band itself, did you start with sort of touring and local gigs and things like that?
Well, we tried, but we couldn't get arrested, really. So we made up our own concerts. My parents used to run the ski club of Great Britain Bar. We started to play there. We played in the linen cupboard, and we played in the ballroom, and we played anywhere that we could in this building. And we printed up little tickets because we're all commercial artists, and we had stripes on it, like haircut stripes, barber stripes, and we invited. I walked into the NME because I thought, why not, you know? And he thought, how did you get in here? And I said, I don't know. I just walked in, and hello, Adrian, and he came to review us, and he did. He reviewed us. We all lived in one room above a flower shop, and he came and interviewed us, and then we saw a sort of half-paced spread in the New Musical Express.
Oh, wow.
A couple of weeks later, and we couldn't believe it, really. We were thrilled. And then our next concert, which I think was probably some kind of shop window somewhere or something like that, some strange place that we were trying to come up with a different place to play, was packed with A&R men. So, and then we just had a pick of the bunch from there.
Excellent. Now, the band's sound was a very clean sound, very fresh sound. Was that something that you came up with purposefully, or was it something that just happened naturally?
No, we actually wanted to be quite filthy, actually. And we were a bit live, but that was down to Bob, our producer at the time, he also produced the beat, who really had that clean and crisp kind of sound, and that was this technique, early techniques of digital, which was 3N digital recording then, which is now all over the place, really. But it was early days then. In such early days, the machine kept breaking down, I must admit. But that would give us a good rest to go and have a kebab.
Yeah. Oh, that's essential when you're recording, isn't it?
When you're young, that's the food of the young. It's not the food of love, but it's the food of the young.
Yeah.
And still to this day, you see people hanging outside the kebab shop.
Oh, you do?
Bless their hearts, in hardly any clothes.
Especially in Spain. Now, with the sort of breakup of Haircut 100, obviously you then went solo. And the album which we have got is our classic album of the week this week is chosen by a guy called Simon, who runs a very nice restaurant out here called Picnics. He is a huge fan.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's an absolute huge fan, and basically he's asked me, given me a couple of questions to ask you about the album, and one of them was you wrote all the songs on the album. Where did you get the inspiration from for things like Blue Hat for a Blue Day and that sort of thing?
Well, Blue Hat for Blue Day was a title first. They don't normally come that way, but I just had that title. And So wanted to write a song called Blue Hat for a Blue Day, and I wrote quite a few. And then just stuck with the one that it was. And, and it seemed to be the best one I could come up with. And and it was kind of inspired by Heart on My Sleeve by Gallagher and Lyle.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I love that song so much. There's so many songs, you know, as we all have, that just move us.
Yeah.
And that still moves me today, that song. And if anybody does, you know, I've had some people really, really sweetly say that Blue Hat for a Blue Day has moved them in a you know, similar way. And so I suppose that's the goodwill of that, like the essence of that. You know, when you're inspired by something, and you write something, you know, you're inspired, and that inspiration spreads, and that's the goodwill of the joy of music when it does inspire and spread, and it spreads through me and out through me, and it spreads through everyone when they're listening and they're inspired by music. Then that's more joy that spreads from the artist. And it doesn't mean, I mean, sometimes it can come from complete heartbreak from the artist, or, you know, from a reflection of their life where it's awful, but it can spread joy all the same. You know, take a sad song and make it better. So,
yeah,
you know, that was actually, you know, written about the, you know, heartbreak with me. So, you know, it was turned kind of like an alchemical way into something more joyful.
Oh, good.